There we go. And welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to more OC Motivator. And if you've been following a while, you know that I have a primary channel called OC Motivator with about 83,000 subscribers and somewhere between 450 and a million views a month. Speed check, cop up front. I am on the way to Cars and Coffee, about an hour away, and got my daughter and a bunch of friends here. So just want to make sure nobody does anything stupid on the freeway and get pulled over and ruin the day. Anyways, so I'm close to some months, great months, $1 million a month, and I'll share with you just the revenue because I have nothing to hide. I mean, if this can inspire anybody to start their own channel, great. Because if I can do it, frankly, anybody can do it. But I'm running between, a bad month is like $3,000, and a great month for me right now is when I can get close to or break $6,000 a month. And it all depends on me. If I film a lot, if I film, every other day or so, let's say 20 videos a month, I could probably hit my $6,000 number every single month. But some months I can't, and I get busy, and I get the writer's block, and have trouble coming up with stuff, or the stuff I come up with I just talk myself out of for whatever reason. But you're here to find out why in the hell I started this thing. Well, first I'll tell you how I started it. And I was an avid YouTube watcher. I mean, we watched channels like, my daughter and I watched channels like Stradman and Tavarish back in the day, and they were inspiring. I mean, these guys were committed. They were great entertainment. And then Casey Neistat, and man, I fell in love with vlogging watching Casey Neistat. But watching all these YouTubers, they made it look like so much fun, made it look so awesome. And they were making money doing it, which was kind of cool. But the thought that, and I watched all the tech reviewers. So I decided, I'm going to be a tech reviewer. So you can go back and look. I probably got 2 or 3 videos on camera stuff and everything else. I'm a nerd, love the tech stuff. And I sucked at it, but got decent views. I probably could have done it because those views did get some decent traction right out of the gate without even trying very hard and not even being great videos. The tech reviewer segment, while nothing's easy on YouTube, seemed like a pretty great way to launch a channel. But I was not enjoying it. Whoops. I was not enjoying it because there's only so much tech you can review, and then every time I had to buy a new piece of tech because it wasn't big enough to get stuff sent to me, then the profit margin was in the toilet, so it made no sense. So I decided, well, if that profit margin sucks, I'm really going to have a bad profit margin. So on my way home from a dinner one night with friends, I stopped at a Dodge dealership and I bought a Dodge Challenger RT, just absolutely on a whim. Didn't even think about it. I mean, it was like $35,000, brand new, really cool looking car with black stripes and a white exterior. And I thought this would be just a fun thing to have, and it was. So I shot a video, and that video was horrible, and it was painful, and it looked like a proof of life video. I mean, I was just droning on in the video. It was painful, and no expression, nothing. It wasn't even, it was like somebody just dosed me with painkillers or something. I was just out of it. So, but that video got some traction. And then I did another video, and that one went crazy when I was complaining about how slow I felt the RT was. And then I wanted to move up to a Scat Pack or a Hellcat or something, and that video took off. And then I started getting a few thousand views here and there on a great video. You get 5,000 or 6,000 views. On a bad video, I mean, 800 views. So that started getting some traction. Now my channel is already monetized because of an accidental moment of uploading of a video from when I got to visit Neverland Ranch for work, and I got to spend 30 minutes in the house all by myself, wandering around with a camera, my camera phone. So I shot the worst possible video you could ever imagine, and uploaded it to YouTube, and right now it's at 2 million views. But I mean, it was long video, and it was 20-30 minutes or something, so watch time was huge. And at 500,000-600,000 views, I mean, I blew by monetization rules, and I got a payment, and I was like, all right, this is cool. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try this YouTube thing. So I went ahead and kept filming, and it kept going. But that doesn't answer the question. Why in the hell? Why? Well, I'd realized that if I could make money on this channel, then this channel could be a business. And there's few better tax shelters than owning a small business. Because right now, as a corporate executive, I'm on W-2, meaning I get the daylights taxed out of me, and they don't accept 90% of my write-offs. I mean, once you hit a certain threshold, there's something called AMT, Alternative Minimum Tax. So it doesn't matter how many write-offs you have, absent like mortgage interest and charitable donations and stuff, there's almost nothing that's going to offset that tax liability. But then I realized, well, starting a small business can allow for me now to get all kinds of tax write-offs doing the thing I love, which is cars. And if I film, if I do reviews, if I do installations, if I do anything to do with that car, then that car becomes a tax write-off. And if I use it for advertising and marketing the channel, the business, well, that becomes a write-off. And if I need to buy cameras to film, that becomes a write-off. Anything. I need to buy mounts for the cameras. I need to buy SD cards. I take fans to lunch, which are my friends. That becomes a write-off. I'm sure you could see where I'm going with this, that if I have a six-figure crazy tax liability every year on my W-2 business, I could probably lose money on this business for a few years and help offset some of that liability, and then ultimately do the things that I'm already doing, do the things that I love with cars, and be able to write off all of those things. And if I go on a vacation with my wife and I film a car video and I upload it, suddenly these things start to fall into tax write-off status. And we've done that. Like, we're gonna go to Italy, and I'm gonna go try to view the Lamborghini factory and film if I can. I mean, there's things that make absolute sense financially, and I'm gonna write off some of that trip. Probably not all that trip, but I'll write off some of that trip. Maybe I'll go visit some of the car dealers in Italy, and we'll film those car dealers. What kind of cars are out there? Show Stellantis falling apart in Italy. I mean, there's so much that we can do when it comes to cars, because there's nowhere you're gonna go in the world where you're not going to find cars. Jeez. It's another speed check, man. Watch out, there are so many cops out today. All right, so that probably provides at least some clarity that second I realized I can have a small business, then I went for it. At that point, it's like I filmed every single week. And I gotta tell you, even to this day, I don't think I've missed a week in 6 years. I mean, every single weekend, I made sure that, whoops. There he is, radaring, yikes. Motorcycle cop. Dang. Oh, standing next to his motorcycle with a radar gun. Where there's one, there's more.
The spy's pretty notorious for this.
Yeah, geez. I mean, it's usually you got one or two, but this is crazy. So we are rolling to a grand opening for a friend who's starting a rap business, and Speed Phenom. Go check out his channel. And we have my Lamborghini, my friend's green Lamborghini. Let me see if I can get alongside him so you can see it without breaking the speed limit too bad. But here, you might be able to see him. There he is, right there. My Scat Pack, bright green, and my daughter's Supra, hot pink, and then we have a white BMW with us. So we are mobbing down this freeway and collecting some attention. So anyways, let's get back to the video. So obvious tax reasons made all the sense in the world, and it has, and it's been great because while the business is, I believe it'll be profitable now, I still get to write off so much stuff. And I just bought this new Action 5 camera. I mean, at the end of the year, I'll load up on whatever equipment I need. But also, my home office, absolutely, not only is that generally a dangerous write-off, because people say it but don't really use it, I have video evidence that I have a full-blown studio in my house, because you can just go to YouTube and see those. Today, obviously, we're in the cars. So I get to write off a few hundred square feet of our house cost and expense for the home office. Internet at the house, because I've got to upload the videos. I mean, you could do the math, mileage, all this stuff adds up. And that has turned all of my fun life into a small business. That means that I get to not only make money, but also get to save money and have a beautiful little business that pretty much pays for all of our cars. So you can do the math at $5,000-6,000 a month, which is pretty much my most average, I would say, at least this year. You can do the math on the cars. My wife's car is $1,400, and it's wrapped, and it's got logos all over it and everything else. I've got my daughter's car, which is like $800, and then you've got the Lambo, which is like $1,600, and the Dodge is like $1,000, so you can do the math. YouTube's covering that cost, and it covers my cost for new laptops, and if I want to buy something, I just work a little harder, put a little extra effort in, which leads me to the next reason why I do this is it's morphed into, one, of course, something I love, something I enjoy, and I enjoy sharing with all of you, but then it morphed into, if you watch my other channel, an opportunity to really help people. Before I was helping people with install videos and all kinds of fun stuff like that, really pushing the Dodge product and being a unofficial, unpaid brand ambassador for quite a few years until Stellantis screwed up the company. But I was able to help people make decisions on what cars to buy, what to do to those cars, mods to do to those cars, mostly cosmetic stuff and fun stuff like that. And my stereo series was a lot of fun, and how to upgrade your stereo for cheap and all that great stuff. So that was fun, and a lot of you really appreciated that and loved it. And then things started changing with Stellantis, and I started doing more and more consumer advocacy stuff. You've got dealers went crazy with the markups, so I started really hammering on that to save you all money. And now the channel's turned into just a lot of news. We're following the insanity of Stellantis and all the crazy stuff that's going on there. And by the way, that's taken the channel to the next level. We've grown by 30,000 subscribers in the time we've started doing that, and views are, to the moon and doing really well, and revenue's great, and so many of you seem very entertained by it, and no question I am as well. And it's interesting to be in the midst of this. Will I still do the install stuff and fun stuff like that? Absolutely. I'll get back to that at some point. It's just a matter of getting time, which is why I started this other channel too, so I can do some of the stuff that's not related to that, and just fun stuff, different stuff, random stuff that wouldn't get any views on my other channel, but gets views here. So it's turned into this thing where I'm just passionate about helping people and supporting people and getting people through their tough times as well with good information helping people buy cars without getting screwed, and helping people be informed about what's taking place out there in the automotive world, especially when it comes to Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. So that is fulfillment. And then there's one other reason. It's a creative outlet. A creative outlet that I don't generally get in an executive position. You know, it would be ridiculous if I sat down doing videos and marketing and all kinds of stuff there when we have lots of really great people doing that stuff. So this is where I can let out my creativity. And editing videos has been fun for me, and sometimes they're easy, sometimes they're hard, and look at some of my real fun out in the field videos are a lot of fun to edit and do music and all that fun stuff. It's a creative outlet that I have that I enjoy doing, and it takes me out of my other career completely for, a couple hours a day even. Completely takes me out of the grind, the stress of my full-blown business. This guy's filming. So those are the reasons why I started a YouTube channel. I know this video went a little long, but that's what this channel's about. We need the watch time, view time, and I figure you're gonna be a passenger with me all the way to San Diego today from Orange County. So with that, everybody, let me know what you think about this. Should you start your own channel? Absolutely. Don't do it for vanity reasons. I mean, it's really easy to get sucked into this, what I call vanity scams, where you get a little bit of traction and then people recognize you places. And I've even had people ask for autographs, which is hilarious because this micro fame, it can go to some people's heads. And there's some big YouTubers I've met that are absolutely miserable in real life. You love them on the channel, but they're miserable, they're nasty, they're horrible and arrogant, and just, listen, if you do it, just stay who you are. My channel's so small that it doesn't go to my head. I'm grateful, I'm flattered when I see people who watch the channel out in the real world. It brings joy to my heart that I've impacted somebody, so it's cool. So do it for the right reasons, do it for the creative outlet. Start a small business. I think everybody should, and this one's got the lowest cost of entry I could ever imagine. You can't start anything cheaper than this. All of you carry a phone with a camera. You can easily use that until you make enough money to buy a camera, and nobody will know the difference anyways. You don't need a stabilizer anymore. You used to need that with your phones. These things all have internal stabilization, so don't waste your time on that. You can just get a little tripod, hold your phone up. Everything's stabilized now, but unless you're doing cinematic stuff, you don't really need it. And just start filming and put your heart and soul into your content. Speak from the heart. Don't try to be someone you're not. Don't act, and know that your videos are going to suck at the beginning, and that's okay. If the content's good, the information is good, then people will watch it and they will subscribe and they will follow. It's that simple. So with that, everybody, oh, by the way, be consistent and don't give up. Even when things seem like it's never going to go anywhere, you have 12 people watch your videos, never give up, keep going, but always strive to improve your content, make it better, always work to make it better. If you keep shooting crappy videos and you don't learn from those crappy videos, and you just keep making crappy videos over and over, which I've seen people do, it's one bad lazy video after another bad lazy video after another bad lazy video, you're not going anywhere. Do the one crappy video, then get a tripod and go do one where you're standing up, and then keep trying new things and try to get better at your craft. And as you do, people will recognize it, people will subscribe, they will follow your channel, and your channel will grow. So with that, everybody, please like, subscribe, comment, share this video with anyone you think it would benefit, and be sure to go follow my other channel at OC Motivator, and I will see you all in the next one. Catch you later. Bye-bye.
Well, this happened. Blew a tire on the highway. Everything's okay. Tow truck coming. There's my tow truck.